Hi! Moving out of your comfort zone is a process. And you gotta walk this process in order to experience change. And a lot of good things in your life. So yeah, I want to share about a really big thing that I went through recently. And it's one of those things that were really difficult for me, and a really huge thing when it comes to stepping out of my comfort zone. And that's quitting something or ending something that would not end automatically. Yeah. Ending an abo that I had, ending job that I decided to start, ending a relationship that I was having for a couple of years. Yeah, just those things. Ending something just because it's not feeling good anymore. That was always really, really difficult for me. And I was moving through it recently again when I decided that I want to end a coaching relationship that I had and work with someone else. And I'm glad that I followed that inner call that I had, because it guided me exactly where I needed to go. And it's safe to follow that call whenever you hear it. I have been experiencing it several times, because in my last job it was so difficult for me to leave. And I think why it's always so difficult for me to leave is because I am loving people so much. It's not that I'm attached, but it's always like whenever there's an ending, it's like a circle ends, and it is important for us to support us through it and to allow us to feel all of our emotions. And of course, a lot of sadness comes up, and I have been quite sad about it, and yeah, it was just not nice to move through all of those feelings that were coming up. But there was definitely a lot of sadness that I needed to move through. A bit like grieving thing, because I decided to end something that I had for a really long time. Something that I valued, something that I respected. But in the end, we need to value and respect ourselves first. We need to love ourselves first. And that may mean to end a relationship that has been there for quite a while, or maybe even for your whole life. Sometimes it doesn't, but it can be different for everyone, of course. But it's important to put yourself first, always. And to allow yourself to move through whatever comes up there for you, and really, allow yourself to move through those feelings of sadness, probably those feelings of grief. Because when you move through them, and when the change is done, like every end brings a beginning. And every beginning feels kind of miraculous. Like that's how I would describe it. It's just something very special. Yeah, it's something really nice, something beautiful. But you gotta allow yourself to move through that process, ending one thing and, in a way, emptying your cup so that you can fill it again with something else. But you cannot fill a full cup, right? You gotta empty it first. Yeah, that's the process of ends and beginnings. And it's a beautiful process. And it may be difficult when you're right in it. But once you're through it, you will be so grateful for yourself that you decided to move through it. That you decided to make that change. To follow your gut. To follow your guidance, your intuition. And that you made that decision to move out of your comfort zone and do it. Although you were not sure what's there on the other side. And yeah, it's just important to have trust and faith there. Take that leap of faith. And you can be sure when you're doing things in alignment, when you're making decisions and changes in alignment with the higher power, with Source, with God, and when you are in alignment with God, then it's only ever going to be better. It's like a spiral of even more love, even more happiness, even more joy, feeling even better, even more bliss, and it never stops ending. But you gotta move through that cycle again and again and again. An end and a beginning. And when you do that, you can be sure that life is a never-ending story of bliss, joy, and happiness. A lot of love and laughter. Have a really beautiful day. See you in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. Bye.